2 days before the 26th October poll, uncertainties linger on whether elections will go on as planned. The international community now asking NASA to reconsider its boycott.
They won a historic decision on the 1st of September. And they got an opportunity for a new vote. And it would be better, I think, for the country if they were participating, because it would give the millions of voters who support them an opportunity to express their views at the ballot box. But fundamentally, it's their decision, and I respect their right to make this decision and to boycott.
The diplomats say IEBC has made significant changes in personnel and procedures that addresses many of the concerns raised by the opposition.
Obviously, the question of an extension or not is a highly politically charged issue. And this is a decision which really, at the end of the day, belongs to the courts. And I don't want to suggest by this remark that I'm saying the election has to be held on October 26th, because I'm not. But this election cycle at some point does have to come to an end. So a path forward needs to be found that allows this process to conclude, whatever the final decision is on the date.
The diplomats urging NASA to use legal means to address its grievances and restrain supporters from disrupting the poll, while respecting those who turn out to vote. The missions condemning attacks on IEBC officials, the delegation says the election must be held in accordance with the Constitution and election laws as interpreted by the courts. They, however, say key challenges remain on the political front.
Attempts to change the law at the last minute are also not helpful. And we call again on President Kenyatta not to sign the electoral law amendments that are now on his desk.
If you look at what Mr. Chebukati said in his statement of last week, the main issues that he's raising are issues that politicians can fix. So he's saying, I worry about this election because people are attacking my staff when they're trying to organize training courses. I've got people trying to do their jobs as public servants and they're being intimidated and they can't come to work in certain parts of the country. He's saying political parties are reaching into my commission and trying to push us in different directions, and that's not acceptable because we're independent. These are problems that politicians can fix, and they can be fixed quickly.
We are following closely the actions of leaders and politicians. Those who incite violence or undermine democracy should be held to account for their actions.
The media briefing took place hours after diplomats met NASA leaders in Odinga's office and urged him to participate in the election. The leaders, however, refused to budge, insisting no meaningful reforms had been implemented. In a statement issued later in the day, Odinga accused the diplomats of meddling with Kenya's affairs, the opposition leader saying they had chosen to ignore genuine concerns to push for an election whose legitimacy could not be guaranteed. Odinga saying the diplomats are adding to the confusion. Masi Kandiatanui, Monday Special.